I've been following Banyana for a long time. I don't know how many people started watching female soccer this year. Like, it literally was just so inspirational to see those young women get on a field, compete with women who play professional football for the largest teams in the world and compete as if they are their equals. Like, I feel like just providing opportunities is at least the minimum we can do. Open the doors, let women be able to do what they are able to do. And I think as mothers as well, just giving our girls the support they need to do whatever, right? And I don't mean push them into science. I was fortunate my daughter loves science, so it would have been a tough conversation if she said, no, I want to do this, and it didn't have anything to do with science. But I do think that as mothers, we really have to give support wherever we can. Organization level, so I once visited India, and it was, I think I was still at DSI, and it was something about collaborating and partnerships, and they spoke about this program that they had implemented, where they wanted to increase the number of PhDs, female PhDs, and the way they did it, one of the things they recognized is that women, when they get to that level, it's often when they are also studying families and have these societal pressures about taking time off, moving, and that kind of thing. The husband gets a job somewhere, now she must pick up and leave. And so they created a grant that was not for the institution, but for the individual. So that if the husband moves to another city, she moves with her research equipment, her grant, and therefore has an ability to actually get another position somewhere else, whereas it made it harder for them to otherwise move, because the institution will say, we don't have funding for you, but if I bring my own money and my own grant, then it's a lot easier, right? So I do think that it is necessary to have targeted programs, and this is not about discriminating other people. You kind of have to figure out how to create programs that help these things to happen. And if you don't do it that way, I can guarantee you, years from now, we'll still be having this conversation about opening doors for women.
The way to embrace equity, what comes to your mind, and what do you think embrace equity?
Look, I think it's not an easy thing to do. So embracing equity, in my view, is recognizing that there's differences and creating an environment that accommodates those. So whether we have mechanisms that allow for things to be done in a different way, and I keep saying that I was lucky to be at the right place at the right time. I've had really awesome bosses. As I said, I was a single mom. At some point, my daughter played provincial hockey, and because I worked for DSI and I had programs running in every province, whenever she had inter-provincial games, for that week, I was able to go and work in the city that she's in, because I would go and work, go watch her play, and then go back to work, and it wouldn't destabilize the fact that I still had to deliver, for my role. So I think that it is just figuring out how we do that, but still be fair, right? So it's not that easy. It's just a fine line between just figuring out how do you allow everybody to be who they are, be different, but still provide an environment where they can, be the most productive.
And how are you planning to actually go about embracing equity?
As I said, I've only been in this role now for less than a year. I still need to figure out how to cause proper good trouble. You know, and I mean, it relates to what I've said before, right? They need an organizational level to create, you know, consistent ways of doing things, I get, but the lack of flexibility is just not tenable. This is 2023, right? So you have people who live here and work for employers that they've never met in person, right? So you kind of have to figure out how to just get that right. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that, you know, at SARAO we can work on trying to find ways of, you know, implementing one NRF, but doing things our own ways too.
Thank you for the last question before I ask somebody to ask any question. How do you want to be remembered?
I think as a troublemaker a little bit. I always feel like any role that I occupy, if everyone is very happy with what I'm doing, I'm not doing it right. Like I kind of feel like my boss should always be a little nervous about what I'm doing. So I mean, since arriving at SARAO, so one of the first things I did, because I had another role at SARAO before this, started this employee idea program where we gave people money to support their ideas to implement. And you know, strictly speaking, if you look at PFMA and policy and blah blah blah, people were like, what? You're allowing people to just work on projects that have nothing to do with what SARAO is doing. Like, yeah, you want them to be innovative, you want them to think of things. And these are people who do more than one thing, right? So yeah, let's figure out how we make that happen. So I'd like to feel like, yeah, I must just be remembered for someone who doesn't. Where's Rose? Is Rose here? She's our finance manager. She's always telling me that I'm kind of walking on the edge all the time.
So, thank you. She wants to be remembered for stirring things around.
Yeah.
Is there anyone? Before I ask her to sit down, is there anyone who has a question for her? If there's no question for her, then I want to thank Pontsho Maruping for being with us and welcome.
Thank you so much. I kind of wasn't sure that I wanted to do this, to be honest. It's always so awkward to talk about yourself. I know Linda says it's because we wanted to keep internal. I suspect they just didn't have money to pay someone. I kind of look forward to seeing you guys grow and do amazing things at the NRF, and yeah, like, thanks for the opportunity to do this.
And now going for the second part, the most important part, right? We're actually getting into food right now. I believe we're all hungry. It's almost like time looking at my time. Oh, it is lunch time already. But before we go, can I give another 3 people something to talk about during lunch? Okay, now I'm gonna give at least 3 gifts again to 3 people. I'm gonna call your number and then we're gonna do it. Remember, this is not the very last gifts, right? This is something for other 3 women that are, okay, I'm about to call the numbers right now. Let me just get straight there because I know we're all hungry, so that I can explain what comes afterwards. Okay, I'm having 3 numbers in my hand. This number is like, no, it's not true. The first number is 53. Okay, you got one? And then the second number is 63. Yes, you can come and have one. And the last number is 77.
Where? Woo.
77. 77. The game is still like the last one. The game is still like the last one. People are actually freezing for 10 seconds this time around. And you're all coming down together as they are freezing, right? Can you all start? 3, 2, 1, freeze! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And then I believe number 5, 3. Okay guys, getting into food right now, I think because there are so many people and we might actually cause a backlog at the